Afternoon. This is Tyler Houston with RNA Outdoors. Today I'm just doing a short tutorial or video discussing a topic that I just recently wrote at a blog at rnaoutdoors.com. You can access that if you enter the website rnaoutdoors.com, click on the tab blog, and you can see my latest blog. The topic was our handheld GPS units headed for the gear dump. And the reason why I wrote this article was just currently experienced this year on my 2006 archery elk hunt in Montana, as I've always been a fan of using handheld GPS units. And this year was finally the year after discussing with a few friends that don't use handheld GPS units and have not used them for several years now, and strictly rely on their iPhone or mobile device, whichever platform you utilize. Either one's the same. What we're looking at here is just the Onyx Maps website. You can see they have a couple different applications here: Try Hunt, Try Roam. Hunt's mostly for people interested in finding out private property, places to hunt. Roam's more for hiking and outdoor activities. You can see here I've pulled up my first map here, and this is Montana that I have actually layered, or I purchased a membership from Onyx Maps for this particular state. I have other states as well. I just have chosen not to turn on the layers. And you can get California, Nevada, Idaho, Wyoming, North Dakota. Pretty much every state in the U.S. is available. That Onyx Map has put maps together in order for people to access. What you see here highlighted in green is actually the Montana layer system for deer and elk hunting areas. If I go into my layers here, you can see the green color here is for Montana hunting districts. I can actually go in and I can choose antelope, bighorn sheep, bison, whatever the actual game you're chasing. You can click on the map and you can see the actual hunting districts for that particular species. And this is different for each state. But the main reason why I use this map is it's just so clear. So if I zoom in here into the state of Montana and we just look at just some of the information here, that you can zoom in and how much clearer it is. And this, I'm using my PC here today. Normally I use my handheld device, but as you know, it's kind of difficult to film something on a handheld device. The same principle applies on a handheld device as it does on the PC. The clarity, the ease of use is almost identical. This is a MacBook, so it's basically the same as using my iPhone, but you can use an Android or any other Galaxy, Note, Samsung, whatever device you have available. So if I zoom in here, let's say we just happen to pull up an area maybe near Helena, Montana, and you can see where the green is highlighted as just like a typical handheld unit. You can have the National Forest is highlighted. And the cool thing about here is, yes, you can use a handheld unit and you can get the same SD card that you can plug in your handheld GPS unit, and you get the exact same information here. But why carry around the same device or additional device when you can have a phone that is half a fraction of the weight, especially for people that are conscious of how much weight they're packing in the backcountry. So same kind of deal here is if I want to look up and I want to see an area, it's just going to show you a tutorial of how easy it is versus a waypoint on a handheld GPS. These areas you can see, like these black points here, is a layer that is for block management that the state of Montana uses, and this is actually open to the public, but has certain restrictions from the landowner. But anyway, say I see some elk, and I know this is an area here that I like to hunt, and there's some elk in this area. So I pull up a waypoint, and normally on a handheld phone, you'll actually have a camera icon here where you can actually take a picture of, say, a tree rub or something from an elk. You can actually come up here and you can put the waypoint on. You can take a picture of it, and you can locate it from a GPS standpoint for future use. So if I click on waypoint, let's say I've seen some elk or deer or whatever in this area, and I click on the elk icon here. Okay, I go to the screen. I pick, this is where I saw some elk. Okay, I can name this whatever I want, and you can see the elk icon pop up here. So this is for use under your membership at all times. As long as you renew your membership every year with Onyx Maps, you can use this information at all times. Yes, it probably is a little more expensive than using the handheld GPS in the long run, but everyone has an iPhone, and you know the handheld GPS units are quite expensive. It'll take you 10, 20 years to pay off the same amount on a yearly membership with Onyx Maps as it would to buy a GPS unit. So really the system's great. I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I don't hunt this area and this is on my current map. Another cool thing is if you ever want to import something, if you want to do some downloads or import something from Google Earth, you can go to Google Earth, you can create a KLM file. There's plenty of tutorials. If you go into YouTube, you can look up these, how to download, say, a route or a waypoint, and you can download those directly onto your on your onX Maps app, and you can use it just like you're using that regular handheld GPS unit. So similar principle as anything you can use on a handheld unit. I just think the clarity and the quality of image that you get using a handheld iPhone or tablet or something is a lot better than you typically see on a handheld GPS unit, even the new ones. This takes a little minute for it to load, but anyways, so just to kind of follow up on this discussion is, our handheld units headed for the geared up. I truly believe they are. You can use a mobile phone. You can use a tablet even in the backcountry if you want something a little bigger, a little easier to read. And really the key to success on this onX Maps is just getting familiar with this. And it's no different than it's a handheld GPS unit, but I just think the clarity and the easy access to use is so much better. Plus, onX Maps is always updating their system. They come up with new applications. Now they've just come out with a new application for the computer that I'm using now. You can use mobile GPS, computer. It's just a great system. So I hope that kind of answers some questions on my blog. I appreciate everyone listening. Again, this is Tyler Houston with RNA Outdoors, and we will continue to update more information as we issue blogs and other information. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.